She didn't need anyone, not anymore. Kids had grown, her husband was long gone. At 52, Linda thought she had finally made peace with being alone. But then, on a cold, rainy night, she saw a small, broken dog on the side of the road. She pulled over, she opened the door, he jumped in, and that one decision would change everything. Because sometimes the soul that saves us doesn't walk in on 2 feet. This is not just a story about a woman and her dog. It's about healing, hope, and how love can find you when you least expect it. Linda Matthews lived in a quiet town in Southern Oregon. Her life was simple. She woke up to silence, poured a cup of black coffee, took long walks past the same houses, past the same trees. 5 years ago, she got divorced. Her kids had moved out. Calls were rare, visits even rarer. She'd never say she was lonely, but deep down, she knew the truth. There was an ache in her chest, not sharp, not dramatic, just a dull daily reminder that something was missing. Then came the night that changed everything. It was just after 9 p.m. The rain was coming down hard. Linda was driving home from a late shift at the local library when her headlights caught something by the roadside. A small brown shape, barely moving, a dog, soaked, shivering, thin as bone. She didn't think twice. She pulled over, opened the door, and whispered, "Come on, boy." The dog stared at her for a moment, then leapt into the car like he had been waiting his whole life for her. She wrapped him in her jacket, drove home in silence, and that night, she gave him a name, Bear. Bear wasn't like other dogs. He didn't bark. He didn't beg. He didn't demand. He just stayed by her side, by the window, at her feet. During breakfast, Linda began talking to him, telling him stories, things she'd never told anyone, not even her therapist. Bear would tilt his head, blink slowly, and just listen. And somehow, that was enough. She started smiling again, cooking again, playing old records she hadn't touched in years. The silence that once haunted her, now it felt warm, like a soft blanket instead of an empty room. But love has a cost. One morning, Bear didn't get up. He struggled to breathe. His eyes were glassy. Panic gripped her. She wrapped him in a blanket and rushed him to the vet, whispering through tears, "Please, don't take him from me too." The diagnosis, a congenital heart condition. The vet said he might not make it through the week. Linda sat by his side every hour. She prayed. Something she hadn't done in years. Not for herself, but for him. And just like that, Bear survived. Weaker, slower, but alive. Still there, still hers. That day, she realized, I didn't rescue this dog. He rescued me. 2 more years passed. Linda and Bear became inseparable. Walks, naps, even slow dances in the kitchen. Every stranger in town knew Bear's name. Some even joked he was that lady's shadow. And then, one spring morning, Bear didn't wake up. He passed peacefully in his sleep, his head resting on her foot, the place he loved most. Linda didn't cry right away. She sat still for hours, holding his collar in her hands. Inside it was a folded letter she had written months earlier. Today, Linda volunteers at a local rescue shelter. She doesn't just find homes for dogs, she finds hope for people. Every time she hands someone a leash, she smiles and says, "Take good care of them. You think they need you, but really, you're the one who's about to be saved." Because the greatest love stories sometimes begin in the rain, with an open door and a wounded heart looking for home.